Remember when $1,000 covered your rent with money left over? Pull up to any apartment complex in Cleveland or St. Louis right now and you'll see it. Those same units that cost $950 last year now have signs reading $1,100, $1,200, even $1,300. The email that just hit from your landlord probably isn't a mistake. That weird feeling at the checkout when you realize you can't afford groceries because rent ate everything, there's a reason, and the numbers are about to make you angry. National data says rents only went up 0.9% this year, which sounds like nothing, right? But here's what they buried in the announcement. Bozeman, Montana just saw rents spike 20.8%. St. Louis jumped 18.6%. Cleveland surged 16%. And if you're in Cincinnati, that's a 14% hit to your budget. That's not inflation, that's a financial earthquake hitting the heartland. Your neighbor in Boston is paying $3,495 a month now. New York's at $3,489. San Francisco hit $3,368, and they're all going up another 4 or 5% while you're watching the finance report, where we translate what's actually happening to your money instead of pretending everything's fine. The crazy part? We're missing 4.9 million homes in America. That's not a typo. We literally don't have enough places for people to live, and it went from bad at 3.8 million to catastrophic at 4.9 million in just 5 years. Mortgage rates sitting at 6.86% mean that $300,000 house now costs you $200,000 more over the lifetime of the loan compared to 2022. So everyone who would normally buy is stuck renting, making your competition for that apartment absolutely brutal. I had to double-check this number. 80% of homeowners are locked into mortgages so much better than today's rates, they'd be insane to sell, which means those rental houses you were hoping would open up, they're not coming. Construction just crashed from 588,000 new apartments to 250,000 projected for 2026, so that supply shortage is about to get way worse. Every renter who gets hit with a 6.6% increase, that's $86 a month or $1,032 a year, immediately cuts 39 cents from other spending for every dollar of rent increase. And if you're already struggling, you're cutting 54 cents per dollar. That's your kids' soccer lessons. That's 3 tanks of gas. That's the vacation you've been saving for. Gone. 21 million households now spend over 30% of income on rent, with millions spending more than half, leaving the median low-income renter with just $310 after paying rent. Federal Reserve analysis shows it takes 2 years for these rent spikes to fully hit everyone, meaning if you haven't gotten your increase yet, it's coming. And experts predict 3 to 4% increases through 2026 as this supply crisis intensifies. Want to know why that studio apartment costs more than a house payment used to? Studios are jumping 5.9%, one-bedrooms up 5.3%, while single-family rentals are surging 4.4% because there's nowhere else to go. Here's what's actually happening. Landlords' costs exploded with $10,000 annual maintenance bills, and 82% seeing major expense increases. Construction workers vanished during COVID and haven't come back, and everyone who would normally move is frozen in place by insane interest rates. JP Morgan's data shows 30% of renters struggled to pay at least once last year. People are staying in bad apartments because moving means paying market rate. And this isn't ending soon, because we went from building 418,000 starter homes annually in the 1970s to just 65,000 in 2020. That's an extra $1,000 gone from your budget, maybe $2,000 if you're in those hot markets. Which brings us to today's reality, where the American dream turned into the American squeeze. That's your money update for today. Stay informed.